Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of a new Endless Legends series, once again featuring the Cultists. The last series was pretty short and I asked what you would all like to see, and a lot of you said that you would like to see the Cultists given another try, so I am more than happy to play the Cultists again because I didn't really get to explore too much of their faction because it was a pretty quick game. The Broken Lords came in and, well, they smacked us around a little bit. But I'm once again going to try the impossible mode because I beat the game on serious. It wasn't that hard. Hard is not hard at all. Like, these really need to be renamed because I feel like hard is normal and so on and so forth. But anyway, we're going to try impossible again. We're going to have 8 different factions we already have prepared here with 2 randoms. I was kind of thinking, in fact, I think I'm going to do this now that I'm thinking about it again. Kind of do a scenario here where the necrophages have kind of expanded vastly across this world of Auriga, and they've actually broken down into different necrophage groups. I was going to do like everything necrophage versus cultists, but no, we'll put some other races in here. In fact, these ones right here. I just think it would be kind of cool to be like us versus the bugs, basically. We'll see how this works out though, because they can fight each other. But I don't know, I like that idea. Plus, it's more of an aggressive game because I would think that these factions would be more aggressive because they can't do diplomacy at all. So, yeah, hoping for a pretty aggressive game and maybe one that lasts more than a few episodes. So let's hit start key or button. I will watch the Cultist video again. I know most of us probably just watched it, but in case you didn't watch the first Cultist series, we'll look at their video here. That should come up soon. They're a really unique faction for this game. I'm really glad they're in there. I look forward to more factions in the future, hopefully. Through, like, expansions or something. It's just, the team behind this game is just really creative. Just super creative. Because, I mean, could you imagine this game if it was like, hey, you get to play the elves, the dwarves, the humans, the orcs, maybe, like, giants or something. You know, like, that would have been like, ah. But the races here are just really cool and unique, and it's super impressive.
The Endless broke us when they broke themselves. Now we are few, and many that remain are of little use. Yet our purpose still drives us. Even death cannot be allowed to stop us. We must find new converts, new servants, who will help us fulfill the great oaths we took so long ago. They will not only be our hands and our eyes, they will be the sword and the shield of our armies that will bring the eternal end. First upon Auriga, and then across the universe.
I like that they make that reference to the universe. Whoa, hello. Okay. Whoa, what is up with this camera? Here we go. Alright, so this time, I'm actually going to split off here. And we're going to scout out a little bit. We'll send you up here. Oh, okay. We'll send you up there. The problem I need to worry about, though, is we are not going to have that much time to do this. Because the dust up here. Oops. Split off. There we go. We only have a couple turns to do this scouting. Okay. They are in a province next to us. I mean, honestly, this province looks pretty good, especially for production. I mean, look at all these forests. Plus, these are magical forests, so they also give us research. The thing is, the dust is not going to be flowing in that much. But we have a turn or two to explore before we have to build our city. So let's end the turn. I'm hoping to find a nice group of anomalies. Like that. And a river. A lot of food, magic, industry, a river. Again, dust is kind of a issue there. Okay, that's another minor faction. Mutant Marsh. I don't know, I'm thinking with the river here and the heavy forested area, I'm thinking we just move up there. Well, the thing is, though, too, we also have water tiles here. So those kind of do the same thing. There's a lot of food here to get a lot of people up and running really quickly. I don't have much time. Like, we only have 2 turns until we start having to forfeit units here. And based on what I see right now, let's go up here. So where exactly does this go down at? So this extends, so we're gonna have to walk around. Ooh, there we go. Another anomaly, and that seems to be on the edge of this province. Okay, so we build our city here. First expansion, we grab the moss and some other tiles, and we can also expand towards the water to get more dust, which is a problem of this area. Oh, well, we got dust up here too. This is a nice, it's a nice balance with the 4 research right here with the moss pearls. We have more research here on this enchanted forest we can expand into, and we have a lot of food and industry because of the forest and the way that we can expand the industry through forest later. Well, this cold forest is right here is pretty good too. Yeah, okay. So we'll build our city here. I guess we have to wait for next turn. Let's pull in our preacher units so we can save up on some dust cost. I mean, I would like that too, but that's I like this position. I mean, actually, I could probably just move up here and build it right there and grab that at the very beginning. You know what, let's just do that then. And there is the first people we're going to subdue. Love the structures. And I think these guys are a frontline unit with beam attacks, meaning they attack down a line, which is kind of cool. And we could definitely use that. Okay, so let's move you back towards here. Back towards here. And I want to take these guys out pretty quick. But to save on influence, we should probably parlay with them, meaning they'll give us a quest and we will subdue them through their quest, basically. Because it costs less influence to convert them, which is, I guess I should have went over the special features in case you didn't know what the cultists do. My apologies. Alright, so we'll do this real fast, in case you didn't see the previous one. So, the cultists, they cannot build settlers, but all of their districts can have a +1 district level cap on the cities, which is pretty cool because the cultists only have 1 city, unlike everybody else who can spread through multiple provinces. Cultists can only have the 1. Never can they build another settler. When they take over well, let's go through this, sorry. Can convert pacified villages, so they're the only ones who can convert cities like this, the little minor factions that we've seen popping up. So, the converted villages are lost for their original owner. They give all of their advantages of pacified villages to the new owner, no matter the location. Normally, when you pacify a village, the bonuses will go to the local city. Usually, that gives you like an extra population for the city. But now, no matter where they are, our city will get that bonus. The exploit fids on their tile and the 6 tiles around will go towards the cultist city. That's something else that no other race can do. If you pacify city, you do not automatically gain its tile and the tiles around it worth of its resources. That is not something you can do. That's something that only the cultists can, unless you physically expand your city to encompass the pacified village. So that's pretty cool. And then the pacified city will spawn a new unit, which is not retrofittable for the new owner. Again, something that the other races cannot do. So that's pretty cool. Walls of Faith gives us more fortification, means we can last longer against a siege. A captured city is immediately raised, +1 industry stockpile per person when the city is raised. So we are like converting the population into slaves, basically. So that's kind of cool. These are some of our, or these are our units. We'll get to those later. We have our main quest line, and we start off with Language Square, which allows us to parlay at the very beginning of the game, and Military Science, which gives us more fortifications on a city if we build it. Yeah, because these are buildings. And then we also have access to Infantry Cantina, which gives us another militia on our city. Alright, I know it's kind of quick and dirty rundown there, but I'm assuming a lot of you have already known what the cultists do. Alright, so for our first one, we're going to go, of course, with Founders Memorial, like you would every time. I will leave this population there, and I don't think our hero has any skills yet, right? Yeah. But this is just such a good skill. And this time around, I'm going to try and go into Mercenary Markets, because I want to get other heroes. We'll save that, though. Well, that'll be a later research, but I do want to get that. For right now, the influence is pretty good for pacifying or converting enemy cities, or, sorry, minor faction cities. What's the focus, though? What do we need? I really like the food. I like the dust, especially if we're going to be buying some mercenaries, so we're really going to need that. We will eventually get to the sea to build that dust filtration system, but we're not quite there yet. We'll just do those two until we explore our area more in-depthly. I hope we have some basic, like one of these, like a strategic resource up here. Oh crap, I didn't even think about that. Let's actually have you continue to explore then, and we'll end our first turn. Alright, convert 2 minor faction villages into the cult is our very first mission. We'll get some luxury resources, and luxury resources in this game are used kind of like boosters, and for a short period of time, well here I'll just show you. For the wine, if we have 10 of them, we can boost for 10 turns and get plus 30 approval on all of our cities. In this case, would be just our one city. Approval, what am I doing? Wrong screen. Approval, you can see right here, we're at 60%. And that affects our food and production, I believe, right? Is the bonus not listed here? I believe if that's very low, then it cuts down on your food and your industry, but it doesn't affect your research or your gold or influence. But the higher that is, the more you're going to be getting out of these two, is what I believe how that goes. It's odd that it's not reflected here. Anyway, so that's what that does. Okay, so we want to explore this. We'll have the hero join. Oh, we can't do that, right? But we can do that. Let's see, what do we have here? Ruins. Alright, so we're going to want to explore these local ruins here. Trying to get some dust out of it. We found nothing. Alright, we'll go up here. Meet up with the other preacher units. Alright, population went to 2. We'll keep them doing the population thing. Not sure how cultists breed. I don't think I want to know. We'll just join you together. There we go. Search this. Go on, there you go. Please, let's have some glass, steel, or titanium somewhere. Oh, wow, 2 ruins with nothing. Alright, well, we'll finish exploring our province, then we'll go out to neighboring provinces and explore other ruins. Hopefully get some dust from them or something. Something good. Ouch. There's another minor faction that we could possibly convert in the future, but I'm not seeing any titanium or glass steel. That sucks. I don't think there's any way we could grab like this glass steel right there, because we don't control that province. I wonder if you can grab a strategic resource if it's within the pacified villages area of influence. If not, then we're gonna have to just rely on basic weaponry. Oh, that sucks. We also have no luxury resources either. Yeah, we have nothing here. Alright. Dang. Alright, seed storage is done. We will queue that up. Let's go for this ruin. There we go, we got some dust from that. Now we'll hit this ruin on the way back to here to parlay with them and see what they want from us. Our hero leveled up. We will do this. Gives us more defense on the hero. This hero is pretty awesome from what I saw in the last series I did. They're pretty good and I like to recruit more of them. So they're saying that going up this way is a shorter route than going through the forest, huh? Oh boy, we already have a random army spawned. We need to get over there. Because they will siege our town. Maybe they're programmed not to siege in this early part of the game. Whoa, Driders. Driders are cool. That's a race I'd like to get pacified. Because they have a... This cocoon ability is also a healing ability. That's a good support unit. Alright, well, let's ready to fight. So they have a range attack of 3, but they have very low damage, so that's good. So yeah, Cocoon. Stuns a friendly unit and increases its defense by 100% for 1 round. This unit gains an amount of health equal to the caster's damage. So it's a nice ability. Alright, so we'll just deploy like this. Our Preacher unit here, Unleashed Potential. It gives plus 10% bonus to basically everything that the unit has. So that unit's going to be boosting their our hero up. We'll have this unit, I guess, boost... their stats are so low right now, the Preachers, because they're also low damage, that I'll just have them attack instead. So we'll launch. Battle goes by in order of initiative. The Driders have 2, Preachers have 26, this guy has 22, that's why it's going down in this order. Now they move. Did they just cocoon themselves? What did they just do? Alright, very low damage. And I like this, we'll just launch. So when we hit them with our Preacher, we're going to give the slowdown effect. So you can see the stasis effect here, slows down for 2 turns, which decreases their speed in battle. Not a huge deal for these Driders, but potentially the slowdown negative could be used on like infantry units, and you can just keep them kited for a little bit. There we go, so they just went into a cocoon, right? But it doesn't say that they have been cocooned. And their defense is the same. Interesting. Huh. Yet they still got healed. Alright, it just stuns a friendly unit. Alright. I guess there isn't an actual cocoon that goes around them for visual effect. There we go, 1 Drider down. Alright, so just bypassing our hero, going after our Preachers. Oh my god. Oh, let's hope you can get out of range. He rebuffs him. You pull back. And he buffed himself. Okay. You continue to fall back. There we go. Victory. But our units are pretty hurt, so that's not good. I was going to take out that roaming army, but nothing is even there. Now I just kind of want to garrison up. At least now we're in range of our militia to assist us if we get pulled into a fight, I guess. Alright, let's go here. We'll parlay, see what they want. Find and destroy the village located in a nearby region holding kidnapped allies. We need to go to a region called Ralion and locate the village, the Geldiris village. Ralion. Not that one. Maybe this one? Maybe this one? I'm not sure. It doesn't tell us where it is, right? No. It's Ursay's village. So, we're gonna have to kind of explore these local provinces here and wait till we find the one that we need to find. But we're kind of injured, so I'm going to fall back. And I'm going to go into our research and research our next military unit, the Fanatic, which is going to be our first melee guy. So we'll get him queued up. We'll go here. I just want to rest up a couple turns. We have an Empire plan coming up in 6 turns. Let's pay for the seed storage to be done now. And then let's queue up a expansion here. We'll grab this one so we can start expanding towards the water. Plus we get a little bit more research here. Sea storage is going to help us get more population. Which we'll get a new one in 1 turn. Okay. Army is kind of full again, so let's go... Gosh, it's hard to tell which province they mean. Let's go up here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Empire Mint. Alright, Fanatic is being built. Or researched, sorry. Black Earth. Let's see. Aha, Ralion. This is the correct province. We just need to find the correct city now. Let's go down here. Population has grown to 4. We'll do that. So now we're looking for the right village. I'm not even sure if we're going to be strong enough to destroy it. Also, this is kind of a bad village to start with, actually. I didn't really think about this, but the 6 tiles around it, we're probably not going to get these because they're in a different province. We'll get these. And that one. I wonder if we would get these. I don't know. See, but since it's in another province, I'm going to say no. Whoa, I've never seen these people before. An Ice Warg? Assimilating them into our empire gives us 5% damage per pacified village. What do these guys do? They have a sweep strike back attack. They are cavalry. Oh, and these guys we have to kill. Damage 58, attack of 49, defense of 22, speed 6. Oh, they look cool. Can we take out 2 of them with our hero? I don't know. He's an infantry slayer, not a cav slayer. Ah, crap. Oh, that's a risky fight. I mean, our hero does about the same damage as these things do. They have under 100 hit points. He'd have a little bit more than that. after he gets buffed by the preachers, but still. Plus there's no like choke point around this area. I guess there is like right there. What if we... Okay, so maybe... Well, no, because the province ends right there. That's the last tile. I was thinking we have our 2 preachers back here, have our hero, I guess, be right there, and perfectly be right there. But I don't think that's going to work. But it's probably our best option. Do I do this? I don't know, it feels so risky. We have 6 turns until the fanatic's done. I kind of want to risk it though. Of course, the problem. Whoa, this guy's getting to a boat. So let's approach from this way. I wish the terrain was more in our favor. Now that says it's in our favor, but I don't trust the auto-resolve. Alright, so we want to stick our 2 preachers back here. What's our initiative? 22? So when they buff him, I think they'd be on the same initiative. I want him to stay in the forest tile because you do get a bonus to defense, I believe. So I don't really want you to leave that. Let's do that. We'll have this preacher buff this one this turn. Uh-oh, he's going straight for the preachers? No. Oh, shit. Okay. He has the sweep strike back, so he's going to be able to hit our preachers if we attack him, but I kind of need to focus one down at a time. And the attack wasn't high enough to actually do damage. That only did 9. Alright, we got 1. This guy can only absorb 2 more hits, though. Ooh, well, they only like 29. Yeah, let's buff him. And you'll attack him. Come on. This just got a lot more dangerous. He needed to survive one more turn. Oh boy. Crap. We need to do a lot of damage here. Alright. He only has 18 life left. We got it. We got it. As long as these both connect, I think we got it. Yeah! And the heroes have a thing called Last Stand, so they come back to life if you win. Ha! Nah. Take that. Okay, so now we have pacified this village. We got 15 gold. Oh, we will get 15 gold when we come back. And this has also been pacified and is ready to be taken or converted, but we're not going to have enough influence for that because it's going to cost 40. So we'll come back for that soon. Yeah. That felt good. We actually won that one. I was really worried there. We should be able to pacify them now for, I believe, 20. So we can do that. So before we end the video, I'll show that off. Hopefully another army doesn't spawn before I get there. Speaking Unfortunately, that army is going to remain an enemy army, even if we convert these guys. For our Empire plan, I really want to convert this city first, so I don't think I'm going to be spending anything on the plan right now. Just hit apply, I guess. There we go. And now we will parlay. There we go. And now we can convert. There we go. Which also gives us a free unit, which we will have join these guys. I don't really want to fight yet. But there we go. So we did not get these tiles. We only got these two. That's a darn shame. And I'm kind of tempted. We need the influence right now, so I'll leave one popular. I normally don't put anybody in influence, but that's kind of important for this faction to convert. And we can now assimilate. If we do, we get a plus 0.5 resource per pacified Silix village. We have no strategic resources, though. Their assimilation bonus is kind of useless. But if we assimilate them, we can then create them as a military unit. Huh. And we leveled up. We can gain more life on all of our units. Let's do that. And then we're going to end this first episode here. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all next time for another exciting adventure in the world of the Cultists. Take care.